Ryan was an explorer from Earth. He loved visiting new planets and learning about alien life. This time, he had landed on a Deathworld, a planet known for its harsh and dangerous nature. Few species could live here, and many explorers warned him not to come. But Ryan was brave and curious. He wanted to discover its secrets. The sky was dark with thick clouds. The air was heavy and smelled strange. Sharp rocks and thick, thorny plants covered the ground. Strange sounds came from the forest nearby. Ryan put on his protective suit and began walking carefully. He had his scanner and tools to study the environment. While walking, he noticed strange footprints. They were bigger than a human's and had 3 long toes. Ryan was excited. He thought maybe there was life here, hidden in the jungle. He moved toward the forest's edge. Suddenly, he heard a soft noise behind him. He turned quickly and saw a girl. She looked different from any alien he had met before. Her skin was a deep blue color, and her eyes were sharp and bright. She was thin, but strong-looking. Her hair was long and dark. Ryan thought she was beautiful, but also strange. It was wearing simple clothes made from leaves and fibers. Ryan smiled and said, "Hello, I'm Ryan. I come in peace." The girl did not answer. She looked at him carefully, like she was trying to decide if he was a friend or foe. Ryan took a step closer, but he did not want to scare her. Then, by mistake, Ryan lightly tapped her arm. It as a gentle greeting, but as soon as he touched her, something strange happened. A cold feeling went through his body. His legs suddenly felt numb. He tried to move, but he could not. Panic rose inside him. The girl's eyes widened. She stepped back quickly, putting space between them. She looked worried and confused. Ryan tried to speak, but his voice shook. "What's happening? Why can't I move my legs?" the girl said softly. In a strange language. Ryan could not understand the words, but the tone was calm, not angry. He watched as she touched her own arm and looked down at his legs. Then she spoke a few words in English. "I'm sorry. This is not what I wanted." Ryan tried to stay calm. He remembered his training. Many Deathworld species had special powers. Some were dangerous. Maybe the girl had a power he did not know. "Can you help me?" he asked, trying to sound strong. The girl nodded. She moved closer and touched his legs gently. Ryan felt a slight warmth, but the numbness did not go away. The girl looked sad. She said her name was Kayla. She was from a small tribe that lived hidden in the Deathworld forest. Kayla explained slowly that her touch could cause pain or weakness if she was scared or angry. She did not mean to hurt Ryan. It was like a natural defense.
Ow.
Ryan listened carefully, trying to understand. He felt trust growing slowly. Kayla helped Ryan to sit down on a rock. She looked around nervously. The forest was full of dangers. Ryan could not stand, so he needed help. Kayla wanted to take him to her village, where her people might know how to fix him. The journey was slow. Ryan used his hands to pull himself along, while Kayla supported his upper body. They walked through thick plants, over sharp stones, and past strange animals that watched them from the shadows. Ryan's heart beat fast. He felt both fear and excitement. Kayla showed Ryan small signs of kindness. She brought him water from a clear stream and gave him some fruit that looked like berries. Ryan smiled and thanked her. It was the first good thing that happened since his legs stopped working as night came. They reached a hidden village deep in the forest. Small huts made of wood and leaves were spread around a campfire. The village looked old, but alive. Kayla's tribe members came out to see the stranger. Some looked angry, others curious. Kayla spoke to her people, explaining Ryan's accident. The chief, a tall woman with gray hair, stepped forward. She studied Ryan closely and said, "His legs are touched by our power. It is a sign. We must heal him, but it will not be easy." Ryan felt hope. He wanted to stand and explore more, but for now, he had to trust these aliens. He was in their world, and their rules were different. Kayla stayed near him, watching carefully. Ryan felt a strange connection with her. That night, Ryan listened to the sounds of the Deathworld, the distant roar of beasts, the crackle of fire, and the whispers of the tribe around the camp. He thought about his mission and how one small touch had changed everything. He knew this planet was not like any other. Kella sat beside him by the fire. She told stories about her people, their history, and their struggles living on the Deathworld. Ryan learned that Kella's tribe was strong, but always fought to survive. Their powers were both a gift and a curse. Ryan shared stories of Earth and space travel. Kella's eyes grew wide with wonder. Even with the language barrier, they found ways to connect. Slowly, the fear between them faded, replaced by curiosity and respect. As the fire burned low, Ryan looked at the stars through the forest gaps. He knew his journey on the Deathworld had only just begun. He also knew that Kayla and her people held the key to his recovery, and maybe a new friendship that could change everything. The next morning, the Deathworld dawn was heavy and quiet. The thick clouds barely let any sunlight through. Ryan woke up on a soft bed made of leaves inside a small hut. His legs still felt weak and numb. He tried to move them, but only a slight. Twitch answered. Frustration grew inside him. Kala was already awake. She sat near the doorway, watching the sky. When Ryan opened his eyes, she smiled gently. Ryan returned the smile, grateful for her kindness. Kayla spoke softly. You must rest today. Your body needs time. Ryan nodded, though he wished he could do more. He was a human explorer. He was used to moving, running, and discovering. But here, on this harsh planet, his body felt like a stranger. He needed help, and Kayla was the only one who seemed able to give it. Kayla left the hut and returned with a small bowl filled with a warm, green liquid. She handed it to Ryan. Drink. It will help your body, she said. Ryan trusted her and drank. Carefully, the liquid tasted bitter, but fresh. After breakfast, Kayla took Ryan outside. The village was waking up. The tribe members moved silently between huts, preparing for the day. Some stopped and looked at Ryan with curiosity, but none came close. Ryan could feel their eyes, but not their voices. Kella led him to a clearing, where plants and herbs grew in small patches. She showed Ryan some leaves and roots, explaining their uses in simple words. The tribe used these plants for healing and food. Kella's knowledge was deep, and Ryan admired her connection to the land. Then Kayla showed Ryan a strange tattoo on her arm. It was a blue symbol that glowed faintly in the dim light. She said it was a mark of her tribe's power. The tattoo allowed her to control her abilities better and protect others from harm. Ryan asked if she could help him with her power. Kella looked sad again. I try, but power is strong and you are weak now. Your body rejects it, she said. Ryan felt the weight of her words. This was no simple injury. It was something deeper. While they talked, a sudden loud noise came from the forest, sharp cries, and breaking branches made the village tense. Kella's eyes sharpened. Danger, she said quickly. Predators come. Ryan's heart raced. He wanted to stand and fight, but he could not. Kayla grabbed his arm gently and led him back toward the huts. The tribe gathered, armed with simple weapons made from bone and wood. Outside the village, the forest grew dark and wild. Shadows moved quickly between the trees. From the edge, 3 large creatures appeared. They had thick fur, sharp teeth, and glowing red eyes. Their bodies were bigger than a human, and their growls shook the air. Kayla raised her voice and shouted commands in her language. The tribe formed a circle around Ryan and the villagers. Ryan felt the fear and determination of these people. He wanted to help, but he was trapped by his own body. The predators attacked suddenly. One ran at the group, snapping its jaws. A warrior leaped forward, striking it with a spear. The fight was fierce and fast. Kayla focused her power, sending a wave of energy that pushed the creatures back. Ryan watched, amazed by her strength. In the chaos, Ryan remembered his scanner. He asked Kayla if he could try to use it to help. Kayla nodded, handing him the device. Ryan carefully aimed it at the nearest predator. The scanner released a pulse that made the creature howl and stop moving for a moment. The tribe used the chance to push the predators away. The beasts fled into the forest, growling but injured. The village was safe for now, but the danger was clear. This Deathworld was unforgiving. After the fight, Kayla helped Ryan back to the hut. His body was tired and weak, but his mind was alive. He knew he had to learn more about Kela's powers and the strange curse affecting him. The tribe's chief came to visit him, her face serious but kind. "The power that touched you is old," she said slowly. "It is tied to our past. Many in our tribe fear it. If it stays, you may never walk again." Ryan felt a cold shiver. He wanted to ask questions but could not find the words. Kela sat beside him, holding his hand. "We will find a way," she promised. "There is hope, but it will be a long journey." Ryan's mind raced with thoughts. He was far from Earth, in a place where survival was a daily battle. Yet here was a chance to build a friendship to learn from. A culture so different yet so strong. As the day passed, Kela taught Ryan simple words of her language. He repeated them clumsily, but she laughed softly. She told him stories of her tribe's history, how they survived the Deathworld's dangers and guarded secrets of power. Ryan shared stories about his home, Earth, and the stars he had seen. Kela's eyes sparkled with wonder. She had never left her planet and dreamed of seeing other worlds. Ryan promised her that one day he would bring her to Earth. That night, Ryan lay awake thinking. His body was weak, but his spirit was not broken. He had tapped the Deathworld girl by mistake. But now, their lives were linked. Whatever came next, he would face it with Kela by his side. The forest outside whispered with secrets and dangers, but also with hope. The journey to heal Ryan and understand the Deathworld's mysteries had only just begun. The morning sun barely broke through the heavy clouds when Ryan woke up again. His legs still felt weak and strange. He tried to sit up, but the numbness made it hard. Kela was already up, preparing a small meal for them both. Her calm presence gave Ryan a small comfort in this alien place. Today, Kela decided they would explore the edge of the village together. Ryan wanted to move, even if his legs did not work right. He felt a mix of excitement and fear. Kela supported him carefully. As they walked slowly toward the forest's border, the village people watched quietly. Some nodded in respect to Kela, while others glanced at Ryan with curiosity. The Deathworld was full of dangers, but this small tribe was strong and brave. Ryan admired their courage. As they neared the thick trees, Kela stopped and looked around. "This place is old," she said softly. "Many secrets sleep here. Some are good, some are bad." Ryan listened closely. He wanted to learn everything. Suddenly a loud crack broke the silence. A sharp, angry growl echoed through the trees. Kela's eyes grew wide. "Danger again," she whispered. From behind a large tree, a huge alien beast stepped out. It was covered in dark scales and had sharp claws and teeth. Its eyes glowed with a fiery red light. The creature moved quickly toward them. Ryan froze, but Kela stepped in front of him. She raised her hand, and a soft blue light appeared around her fingers. The power in her touch was strong, but she controlled it carefully. The beast stopped, growling low. Kela spoke in her language, and the beast seemed to understand. Once more, then turned and disappeared back into the forest. Ryan watched in awe. "How did you do that?" he asked. Kela smiled shyly. "It is our gift and curse. Speak with the world in ways others cannot." Ryan wanted to learn more, but knew time was limited. His legs still needed healing. As they walked back to the village, Ryan used his scanner to study the plants and animals. He found strange fungi that glowed faintly and plants with sharp thorns. Kela told him which were safe and which to avoid. When they returned, Kela introduced Ryan to an elder named Lyra. She was wise and kind, with deep wrinkles and bright eyes. Lyra studied Ryan carefully and nodded. "The power that touches you is old magic," she said. "It binds you to our world and to Kela." Ryan felt the weight of her words. He wanted to ask how to break the magic, but Lyra only smiled. "All will come with time," she said. "You must learn to listen and trust." Days passed, and Ryan's body slowly grew stronger. Kela helped him practice simple movements. Each small step was a victory. Ryan was amazed at her patience and kindness. One evening, the sun set behind the mountains. Ryan and Kela sat by the fire. Kayla told a story of her tribe's past, a time when they fought great enemies and survived only through unity and hope. Ryan saw a fierce pride in her eyes. He shared a story of Earth's own struggles, how humans had faced dangers but never gave up. Kayla listened quietly, understanding growing between them. Suddenly the village alarm sounded. A sharp whistle blew through the trees. Ryan stood quickly, despite his weak legs. Kayla grabbed his arm, steadying him. "What is it?" Ryan asked. "Enemies approach," Kayla said. "Others who do not welcome strangers." Outside, dark shapes moved through the forest. A rival tribe had come. They were fierce and armed with dangerous weapons. The village prepared for battle. Ryan wanted to help, grabbed a spear and stood beside Kayla. Despite his weakness, his spirit was strong. Rival tribe attacked fiercely. Kayla used her power to shield the village, sending waves of energy that pushed enemies back. Ryan fought with what strength he had, surprising the others with his courage. After a long battle, the rival tribe retreated. The village was safe but shaken. Ryan and Kayla looked at each other, their bond stronger than ever. That night, as the stars shone bright, Ryan thought about his journey. What started as a simple mistake, tapping the Deathworld girl, had led him into a new world full of danger, friendship, and hope. He knew the road ahead would be hard, but with Kayla by his side, he was ready to face whatever came next. The days passed slowly, but Ryan felt a change deep inside him. His legs still struggled to move, but his mind was sharper and stronger. Kayla stayed close, teaching him more about the Deathworld's secrets and her tribe's ancient ways. One morning, Kayla brought Ryan to a sacred place hidden deep in the forest. The air was thick with the smell of moss and old wood. Ancient trees stood tall, their branches weaving a green roof above them. Strange symbols were carved into the bark, glowing faintly in the dim light. Kayla explained softly, "This is the heart of our land. Here the power is strong. Many who touch it are changed forever." Ryan felt a mix of awe and fear. Looked at Kayla. "Can this power help me?" he asked. Kayla nodded slowly. "Maybe, but it is not simple. The power can heal, but it can also bind. It is tied to our tribe's curse." Ryan listened carefully as Kayla told the story of the curse. Long ago, her people had angered a powerful force in the Deathworld. To protect the land, the tribe's ancestors accepted a gift and a punishment up. Power that could heal, but also trap those who were touched by it. "Your legs are touched by this curse," Kayla said gently. "To break it, we must find the artifact that holds the key." Ryan's heart raced. Artifact hidden deep in the dangerous forest. The thought was both thrilling and frightening. Kayla took his hand. "Will you come with me?" Ryan looked into her eyes. Despite the pain and fear, he felt hope. "Yes," he said firmly. They prepared for the journey. The tribe gave Ryan special herbs to drink and medicines to help his body. Kayla packed food and water, and a small knife for protection. As they left the village, the forest seemed alive. Around them, strange sounds echoed, and shadows moved in the corner of their eyes. Ryan felt the weight of the Deathworld's dangers, but also its strange beauty. Their path was hard. Thick vines blocked the way, and strange plants with sharp thorns scraped at their skin. Ryan had to rely on Kayla to guide him, as his legs were weak. She carried most of their supplies, but she never left his side. One night, as they camped under the stars, Kayla told Ryan more about the artifact. It was called the Heartstone, a gem that could control the power of the Deathworld. Many had searched for it, but none had returned. "Why try now?" Ryan asked. "Because you are touched by the power," Kayla said. "And because we cannot let the curse destroy you or us." The next day, their journey grew harder. Strange creatures watched them from the shadows. At one point, a pack of small, fast predators attacked. Kayla used her power to create a shield of energy that protected them both. Ryan used his scanner to find safe paths and to study the plants that might help them. He began to understand the Deathworld more with every step. Finally, after days of travel, they reached a cave hidden behind a waterfall.
Ow.
The entrance was covered with ancient symbols and glowing blue light. Kayla looked at Ryan and nodded. Inside, The cave was dark and cold. Footsteps echoed as they moved carefully. Deeper in, they found a large chamber where the Heartstone floated above a stone pedestal. Shining with a soft blue light, Ryan felt a strange energy pulse through the room. Kayla stepped forward, her tattoo glowing brightly. She reached out and touched the HERTSTO. Suddenly the cave shook. A deep voice echoed, speaking in a language neither Ryan nor Kayla understood. The power of the Heartstone was awakening. Kayla turned to Ryan. "This is the test. We must prove we are worthy." Ryan nodded, feeling both fear and determination. He knew the fate of his body and perhaps their worlds rested on this moment. They faced the challenge together, using Kayla's power and Ryan's courage. The Heartstone's light grew stronger, wrapping around them both. Then, as suddenly as it began, the shaking stopped. The cave was silent again. Kayla looked at Ryan. "The curse is broken, but you must learn to control the power now." Ryan flexed his legs slowly. For the first time in weeks, he felt strength return. A small smile broke on his face. They left the cave together, feeling changed. Their bond was stronger, and Ryan knew his journey was far from over. But with Kayla by his side, he was ready to face whatever the Deathworld and the galaxy had in store. After leaving the cave with the Heartstone, Ryan and Kayla returned to the village. The journey back was slower, but Ryan's legs felt stronger with every step. He still needed Kayla's support, but hope was growing in his heart. When they reached the village, the tribe greeted them with relief and curiosity. The chief smiled warmly and said, "You have done what many could not. The curse is weakening." Ryan felt proud, but knew his journey was not yet over. The Heartstone's power was strong, but he had to learn to control it. Kayla promised to help him every step of the way. Days passed as Ryan trained with Kayla. She taught him how to focus his mind and control the energy that now flowed through his body. Ryan practiced small movements, at first lifting his foot, then walking a few steps. Each success brought cheers from the tribe. Ryan felt their support like a warm blanket. He had never felt so connected to a group of people before. One afternoon, a scout arrived with news. A dangerous group from a nearby Deathworld tribe was moving toward their village. They were known for their cruelty and power. The tribe had to prepare for a possible attack. Kayla and Ryan helped organize defenses. Ryan wanted to fight alongside the warriors, but he knew his body was still weak. Instead, he used his scanner to study the enemy's movements and find ways to protect the village. The night before the attack, Ryan sat with Kayla by the fire. She looked at him with concern and said, "Your power is growing, but so is the danger. We must be ready." Ryan nodded. He felt a mix of fear and determination. He had come so far, and he would not let this tribe or Kayla down. The next day, the enemy tribe attacked. The battle was fierce. Kayla used her power to protect the village walls, sending bursts of energy that knocked enemies back. Ryan stayed near the center, helping with strategy and support. Despite their efforts, the enemy was strong. One warrior broke through the defenses and ran toward Ryan. Ryan froze for a moment but remembered Kayla's teachings. He focused his energy and sent a wave of power that stopped the attacker. The tribe rallied behind Ryan's courage. Their spirits lifted, and they pushed the enemy back. After hours of fighting, the attackers retreated. The village was safe, but the battle had changed Ryan. He felt stronger and more confident. He knew his connection to Kayla and the tribe was deep and real. After the battle, Kayla and Ryan spent quiet days healing and learning. Ryan helped teach the tribe about human technology. Kayla shared more about her people's culture and magic. One evening, Kayla told Ryan about a dream she had. In it, the Heartstone shone brighter than ever, and their two worlds were connected by a bridge of light. She believed their bond could bring peace and new beginnings. Ryan smiled and said, "We will make that dream real, together." The story of a human who tapped a Deathworld girl by mistake had become more than an accident. It was the start of a new chapter for Ryan, for Kayla, and for two very different worlds. The sun rose over the Deathworld. casting a soft light on the village where Ryan and Kayla had made their home for the past weeks. Ryan's legs were strong now, no longer numb or weak. He could walk, run, and even climb small hills. But the journey that had begun with a simple mistake was far from over. Kayla stood beside him, her eyes full of hope. "You have come far," she said softly. "But the Deathworld still holds dangers. We must be ready," Ryan nodded. He felt stronger not just in body, but in spirit. The bond between him and Kayla was deep. Their worlds, once so different, were now connected by trust and friendship. One day a strange ship appeared in the sky. It was unlike any Ryan had seen before, sleek, dark, and fast. The villagers stopped their work and stared upward, fear and curiosity mixing in their eyes. Kayla grabbed Ryan's arm. "They come from beyond," she whispered. "Others who may not want peace." Ryan felt a chill. He knew the galaxy was full of dangers. But this was the first time they had come so close. The ship landed near the village, and strange figures stepped out. They wore armor and carried weapons that glowed with power. Their leader, tall and cold, spoke in a voice that carried command. "We are here to claim this planet," he said. "Your tribe and the human will submit or be destroyed." Kayla stepped forward, her power rising like a storm. Ryan stood by her side, ready to fight. The battle that followed was fierce. Kayla and Ryan used their combined strength, her magic, and his new control of the Heartstone's power. The tribe fought bravely, defending their home. Ryan's legs moved fast, no longer weak. He dodged attacks and helped others. Kayla's energy created shields and blasts that pushed the enemy back. After a long fight, the invaders retreated, shocked by the tribe's strength and the humans' courage. The village cheered, but Ryan knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy was watching, and their bond was a new force no one could ignore. In the days that followed, Ryan and Kayla worked together to strengthen the village. Ryan shared knowledge from earth building, better defenses, improving communication, and training the tribe to use simple technology. Kayla taught Ryan more about her people's magic. He learned how to listen to the land, how to feel the power around him, and how to protect those he cared for. One evening under the stars, Kayla and Ryan sat quietly. She looked at him with a soft smile. "You saved me," she said, "not just from the curse, but from loneliness. You showed me that even in a harsh world, hope can grow." Ryan reached for her hand, "And you saved me. You taught me that strength comes not just from the body, but from the heart." Their friendship had become something deeper, a bond that promised a future where two worlds could stand together. As the Deathworld's dangers faded into memory, Ryan and Kayla looked to the stars, ready for the new adventures ahead. Their story was no longer about a mistake. It was about courage, friendship, and the power to change the galaxy.